Alright, this is a video I'm just going to make showing how to change your spark plugs on your Jeep TJ. This specific one is a 98. It's going to be applicable to anything from 97 to 2006. With the exception of, I think, 2003 and newer uses coil packs instead of a distributor, but everything aside from that's pretty much the same. I've got 6 Champion spark plugs here, a thread or a plug gapper tool, and some of this connector grease. Spark plugs nowadays come pre-gapped. These ones should be at 35 thousandths, I believe. But the reason I don't recommend trusting that, you look at this box, you pull your plug out. Some of them have tubes that go over. You'll see like a piece of cardboard tubing. These don't. So they're in the box like this. You drop them. They're literally just going to impact right on the electrode. And so I've seen ones where straight out of the box they're just totally pushed flush. So you probably don't need to gap them, but I definitely think it's at least worth taking each one out of the box, making sure it has a gap. Probably even better to check them, especially if you're going to spend a lot of time on a vehicle where it's hard to reach the plugs. But aside from that, I've got my ratchet, extension, a swivel, and the size on these is a 16 millimeter or 5/8. Being this a Jeep, we're gonna say 5/8, so don't offend people. But first thing you do, you can start popping your wires off. Best thing to do is pop one off, change the plug, put it back on, move to the next. You pop all of them off, you're just gonna end up losing where they all go, and it becomes a big pain. I'm gonna start probably from the back. When I did these plugs a long time ago, when I went to take the boots off, they would tear, and I ripped through a whole set of boots. So just be super careful with these, especially if it's been a while. A lot of these cars are getting older, so I usually would grab the wire, try to kind of twist it back and forth, like that. See, make sure it's loose, and then just kind of work it off. God damn. These ones are only a couple years old, and when I installed them, I used some of that connector grease that I showed back here. That's really, in my opinion, just to keep, it says prevent corrosion, dielectric. I think it keeps these boots from getting all seized on there and tearing. Also, these plugs, I probably changed them 20,000 miles ago, 30,000 miles ago, and this is a reman engine with like, I don't know, 50,000 on it, a couple years, so it should be, everything's gonna come apart pretty easy. I know this cylinder is kind of a pain because I have air conditioning. This Jeep didn't have air conditioning. I put it on, so it used to be real simple to do spark plugs. Now it's going to be a little bit of a struggle with that one, but hoping with the extension I can just make it work. But I'm going to go ahead and start on the first one here. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, so let's see if I can prop this up here. Camera pick it up here. Nothing terrible. You can see a little bit of wear on the post, but these were also Champions, so just putting them new ones right back in. So basically you're just going to continue this all the way. I'll bring the video back when I get to the difficult one over here and try to film that for people. Alright, so I got all the other 5 plugs out. I flashed right here. They weren't terrible. Just a lot of that like goo you see is the anti-seize, all the brown stuff. But I'm on the last one. I just want to show the setup here so everyone can see. So extension, that what you see right there is the swivel, and then the socket is actually down around the spark plug. The boot is probably the hardest part to get off because you got to stick your fingers down and pull it off. And like I said, sometimes these things are just caked on there. But now it's just going to be a matter of loosening it and then you know, grabbing a pair of needle nose pliers or something to pull it out in case it's down there. Or if you have one of those sockets with the little rubber guy. But I'll finish this up, There is another option. If you don't want to play that game and you just want it to, you know, no surprises, you don't have a swivel, you can just take the compressor off. All you have to do is take the belt off. These 4 bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can lift this off, scoot it over to the side. The lines are all rubber, so you don't gotta worry about those. And it doesn't take that much longer. And if you're doing a tune-up where you're gonna do the wires, cap, rotor, that kind of thing, you probably should just do the belt too. So it just makes it one whole thing. But I'm gonna finish this up and then it'll be a wrap. All right, so we're all done. I got everything, all of them put in. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up here. Just like it did before, everything started up good. Everything's reading correctly. Idling pretty smooth. So yep, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple stuff, pretty easy. I would say that if it was kind of difficult to do that one forward plug without removing the AC compressor. It just was a lot of like blind trying to get the plug out. So if you have like a little magnet or something, it'd be pretty easy, or one of the good, but like I said, if you're doing a full tune-up or something, I would just pull it off. You just, the 4 bolts and the belt, you may not even have to take the belt off, I'm not sure if you could just scoot it over without, but yeah, definitely something worth checking out. My plugs had plenty of life left in them, but I mean, just easier to just replace them. So check out my other videos, and thanks for watching.